Watch me color the gorgeous painted flower Clematis using all the marker shades from the newly released Artist Markers set F and G. Welcome to Creative Coloring with Erum. Today, Altenew released the Painted Flower Clematis stamp set along with Sunshine Valley Garden Artist Markers set and the Water Garden Artist Markers set. That makes 24 new marker shades, and I am super excited to share these with you today. I have already stamped my image on Crest Solar White panel in permanent black ink, which is an alcohol marker friendly ink. And with me I have the Sunshine Valley Garden set first. Look at the beautiful colors. And as you know, it comes in this clear plastic thingy. I wanted to show you the beautiful packaging of these new markers. Look at these colorful florals on there, along with all the shades in the bands ending up with their names listed on the side. I just love this idea for someone like me who keeps them in the original packaging. This is very helpful. I'll show you how all the new colors look. But instead of making a shade card, I'll just color all the flowers in the shades that we have. Starting with the pinks. These pinks are from the Cherry Blossom family, by the way. I'll go from dark to light for all the color families, starting with a Raspberry, and then I'll blend it out with Rubelite. The next color on there is Pinkalicious, and the last one is Pink Diamond. Now I'll use all the markers in the same way and color all the flowers in individual color families. The yellows are from the Pocketful of Sunshine family, and the yellow shades are pretty vibrant. Again, I'll start with the darkest shade, that is Honey Drizzle, and then Maple Yellow. And then next color to go on there is Fresh Lemon, and the last one is Citrus Burst. Both of these last two colors are very vibrant. Right now I'm only showing you the shades. That's why I'm coloring in this manner of color gradation instead of adding flicks. These are small size flowers, so you really do not have to worry about the details on this one. But as my coloring will progress, I will change the way I color the flowers to flicks, as I found that it looked better that way. For the leaves, I used Mountain Pine, Shadow Creek, Grassfield, and Firefly. Now you can see the second set of artist markers here. This is the Water Garden set again. Beautiful imagery, and all the colors are listed on the side here. I'll take the colors out and separate them according to the color families. I'll start with the purples, this Andromeda, and then Ultraviolet, then Hydrangea, and then Wisteria. For the teals, again I'll start with the darkest, that is Galactic Stream, then Teal Cave, then Aqualicious, and then Dewdrops. At first I used browns for one of the flowers by mistake, which I'll fix later by coloring over it with the vibrant yellows. When creating a wooden look or a faux wood look, it helps to look at actual wood or photos of wood. The patterns, the grain, and how it flows, bends, you will be able to replicate it better. Notice how I also use the bullet tip of the lightest marker by continuously going over an area. What this does is it actually picks up the color from a dark area, as I am using the lightest marker. The lightest marker has more alcohol content in it, so what it does is it reacts with the dark pigment and lightens it. I will achieve an opposite result if I use the darkest marker. I'll do that to create my wood grain. And you'll see I'll keep going back and forth between the colors and nips. I'll show you again how to color this palette. Start by applying the lightest shade, which is Vanilla Cream. Then add flecks of hazelnut. Make sure to add more of this on the edges to show shadow. And add detail with almond butter alcohol marker. Going over the dark areas and making them darker. And then also adding more grain, which is just adding some vertical lines. But not continuous lines. Those would look like stripes. But these are more jagged lines. The last shade, the darkest one, is milk chocolate alcohol marker, and you will only enhance the shadows more with this, including increasing the intensity of the wood grain. This is the easier version of the coloring I did on the vertical palette on the right there. Now with my image complete, I'll add watercolor to the background. For this, I'll mix a bit of watercolor from the Artist's Pan set. Also, this is Crest white cardstock, so I'll be very careful when I apply water as to not use a lot of it in order to avoid warping. Also be very careful as to not apply a blob of color right away. Always start with a light concentration, especially as it's not watercolor cardstock. So there's no turning back. You cannot pick up color back from this cardstock since it's not watercolor cardstock. Watercolor cardstock is fairly forgiving. You can add more water to it and dilute the color, but here you cannot do that. You can always go back in and add more color once the first layer is dry. That is what I will do over here. Some people ask me why I add watercolor to my alcohol marker panels. There are several reasons for doing so. It gives an illusion of foliage behind the image. It also hides any imperfections like mist stamping or color that went out of the line that doesn't look as prominent if there is color on the background too. I'll also add a bit of rock collection to the background. What this does is it adds a nice dark shadow and depth. It also helps pop up the flowers and leaves a bit more. This is more of a watch and learn process. I would suggest that you slow down the video if you want to follow along and color with me. You will find the speed option in the settings. I'll take one of the pens from the fine liner pen set and add a few pen details to the image, adding more to the wood grain pattern and also going over a few outlines. You do not have to do this, but it also enhances the look. To take this a step further, I'll also add some white gel pen detail to the flowers, and this makes the flowers look super pretty and adds so much to the panel. Then I'll add a few fine black paint splatters. Again, this is not needed, but it is something that I do and I'm used to doing it, so I always add a little bit of splatter on my projects. Then I'll add a heat embossed fussy cut sentiment with foam tape. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and learned a few tips and tricks. Please leave a comment below to share which set of artist markers do you like best. And do not forget to stop by the blog as there are lots of prizes and inspiration waiting for you. Link is in the description. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Hello there! Did that video just spark your creativity? And do you want more project ideas and inspiration videos too? Well, if you do, please make sure that you subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, make sure that you do click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye bye!